What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Manny has signed a two-fight deal with Haymon. He had a set down with Bob Arum earlier that fell through. I think that clashed because of the money that Bob Arum still owes Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny should have left a long time ago, honestly. You know what I mean? But better late than never. You know what I'm saying? We can't cry over spilt milk, water under the bridge, etc., etc. But he has signed this two-fight deal. Those fights are really not set in stone. Broner, of course, that is a rumored fight between him and Manny. And it makes it that much easier to make that fight since he's with Haymon. They're in the same promotional on this side of the street, right? So these guys are ready to get it on. I would love to see Pacquiao Broner. I already stated my interest in my other video concerning these guys. Now, what is a fight that's probably brewing? Maybe Khan and Mayweather. You know what I mean? Or Mayweather Pacquiao too. All these fights can happen, and now they're easier to happen with Bob Arum out of the way. A lot of people blame Bob Arum for the first fight taking that long to be made. Okay, so it probably is some truth to that, but definitely the fights are easy to be made now since they're all on the side of the street. They're all in the same stable. So it's big. It's surprising. So because you look at Manny Pacquiao, he basically just went to the competitor. Nike said, no, we don't want you no more. He said, okay, fine. I'll go to Reebok. And that's exactly what he did. I don't know how much money he's getting for signing these two-fight deals, but I imagine it's pretty gratifying. So I think that Manny, despite his age, he's still fast. You can say what you will about Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. They still can fight. They're still fast. You know what I mean? And because they're so gifted, they're still able to fight at an elite level. You know what I mean? Or according to the last fight, because, some people get old overnight. Some people get out there and can't perform, So that happens. You can ask Sugar Shane. Sugar Shane said it best. I couldn't pull the trigger. You know what I mean? He it was there. The opening was there. He just couldn't do it anymore. His reflexes had diminished. But Manny looks like he still has those. You know what I mean? And we can talk about ped use or suspected ped use or ped hells. He was still beating guys and knocking them down. You know what I mean? Taking them out. Just because he wasn't like knocking guys like Cotto out. You understand Cotto's a different kind of animal. But then Manny was the man, too. He was this fast, sharp, aggressive southpaw that fought in angles versus a traditional, overall good boxer like Cotto. So I can understand him walking through someone like Cotto without being on peds. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see definitely what the future and what fights will be made with Manny Pacquiao. Again, this is a two-fight deal. And I'm just looking forward to it. It is a major surprise to me. But it's a good one. It's a refreshing one because, how many times did you see Manny Pacquiao fight on Top Rank, fight the same people over and over again? Juan Manuel Marquez 4 shouldn't have never happened, honestly. I know Juan Marquez, JJ Marquez, he definitely was glad that fight happened because that sealed his legacy. So that was really, about him. That's a closed chapter in the book. But then, the fourth fight, come on, the third fight, Bradley twice, Bradley 3 times. They were running out of fighters because Bob Arum's refusal to fight or to collaborate with other promoters to make those type fights happen. Those Earl Spence versus, Terrence Crawford. And then honestly, I'm looking back at that. And I did a video a couple years ago about Terrence Crawford and how good of a prodigy he is. And he won't ever get on that Floyd Mayweather level unless he leaves Bob Arum. And I still believe that. I don't want this to be about Terrence Crawford, but it does concern Top Rank where Manny Pacquiao was and how Manny Pacquiao wasn't able to fight the guys like Matisse before. You know what I mean? he couldn't like fight the cons, and you know what I mean. It's like the fight looked like it would happen, but then something would fall through. You know what I'm saying? Something would happen. It was always like that. So he ended up fighting some of the same people. You know, and it doesn't discredit him, but it only limits him because Bob Arum only let him fight certain fighters. And it was unfair to Manny because, see, Manny, you can't see how good Manny is if he fights no one with Al Haymon. If he never fought Sean Porter, if he never fought Keith Thurman, if he never fought Earl Spence, if he never fought, who was back in the day? Danny Garcia. You know, that fight was brewing once upon a time. You know, him and Danny Garcia. And that's a good fight. That's another fight you can make. You know what I mean? So, because Danny's a good fighter. You know what I mean? He has the Philly Puerto Rican hammers. You know what I mean? So he fights with sticks and stones and the bottles in the streets of Philly. but yeah, this is a good thing. I like the idea. More props to you, Manny Pacquiao. Better late than never. You guys tell me what you think about this particular video and this topic. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.